Hello, my name is Shaylin Sullivan, and I am making this video to explain what dispositions I'll be using in my classroom and which ones I correlate with the most. The dispositions I believe I possess is honesty, fairness, professional conduct, curiosity, compassion, advocacy, dedication, and respect for the diversity of others. I believe that following professional conduct is very important. This involves integrity, this involves punctuality, this involves you behaving appropriately inside the classroom and outside of the classroom. So that is why I find it very important. Another disposition that I find very important is honesty. Honesty is a great trait to carry on into adulthood. Having honesty in your classroom and your professional environment helps create trusting relationships with your staff and your students. Having compassion for your career and for what you do is another great disposition to have. Having compassion really shows through your work, through the details, through the way you act with your students, and followed up with that is dedication. I believe with compassion comes dedication, and dedication just means that you are committed to learning, you are committing to being a good role model, and I believe these are great dispositions to have, especially in the education environment. Another disposition that I find extremely important is advocacy. Advocating for your students that may not be able to advocate for themselves or may be struggling in your classroom. This is a big disposition I believe will help me whenever I do begin teaching, and it will be something that I strive to include in my classroom. I believe the disposition of respecting the diversity of others follows up alongside with honesty and compassion. I believe that this is a necessity in your classroom, and I believe it's a necessity for you as well to be a good role model and to include this disposition in your everyday life. This helps build a trusting relationship with your students and helps them build trusting relationships with each other. This also helps them learn different cultures and brings in diversity, which is very good for your classroom. Last not least, I believe reflection is a very good trait to have. Being able to look back at your past actions and your past mistakes, and not even mistakes, but being able to look at just past things that you've done and being able to improve or correct that is very, very needed for improvement in your professional life and even your personal life, and is a great trait to demonstrate for your students. With all that said, I believe that all the dispositions that I mentioned will make me a successful teacher in the future. A couple of dispositions that I struggle with is high expectations, curiosity, and reflection. I more often than not find myself not having the desire to go beyond and explore more and gain more knowledge. I would like to do better in this before I become a teacher. I often do not find myself reflecting on past situations, and I think that it would be good for me to sit down and reflect on past work, past situations, that being personal life and professional life. I personally believe that professional educators should demonstrate all of these dispositions that have been listed.